JCK 绝城之夜第77期冰与火之舞，在冬夜的寒风中，勇士们的热血与决心在擂台上燃烧，迸发出令人震撼的能量。头条主赛迎来2位战力高手的对决，吉姆无煞。
不好意思啊，遇上我你只有实力球。
刘晓宇，
我觉得我做的都挺好，这次会更好。
一决胜负。首先，我们将用4人新锐赛开启今晚比赛的序幕。张帅、丽达、艾利亚尔、安玉平以及藏哈尔巴特霍拉提，谁将脱颖而出，拿下签约合同？JCK 绝城之夜第77期冰与火之舞，感受冰与火之间的激情碰撞。
Fight fans, welcome to JCK Fight Night 77. Ice and fire. Plenty of ice on this cold Shanxi evening at the JCK International Fight Center. But a smoking hot card promises to melt that ice.
Here's half of tonight's main event, the dynamic striker, Liu Xiaoyu. He'll be facing off against this man, the dangerous grappler, Jimu Wusha.
A look now at the matchups graphic. We see two well-rounded warriors, both hunting victory, both dangerous, both southpaw strikers, both versed in ground warfare. An exciting matchup between two standouts in different divisions. The featherweight, Liu Xiaoyu, the bantamweight, Jimu Wusha have agreed to a catchweight for this special Christmas gift from JCK to the world.
That's right, Vaughn. It is indeed a very special matchup as we have the submission-savvy bantamweight, Jimu Wusha, facing off against the hard-hitting featherweight star, Liu Xiaoyu.
Liu Xiaoyu's famous calf punch TKO is a testament to his creative violence, an intimidating opponent for any fighter to face.
Now, Jimu Wusha has looked nearly unstoppable lately, winning 6 of his last 7 fights with a lot of finishes, including the submission win over Zheng Xiaoliang. I can't wait for this one.
Jimu Wusha's best way to win this fight, I agree, is by submission, but getting Liu Xiaoyu to the ground is no easy task. On the feet, I don't know which fighter is better. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm Vaughn Anderson.
And I'm Andrew Derry.
JCK Fight Night 77 is your early Christmas gift. Enjoy. Here's your host, Yang Guang.
Thanks, Vaughn. Thanks, Andrew. 所有现场以正在收看比赛直播的观众朋友们，大家晚上好！欢迎收看中国顶级 MMA 综合格斗直播赛事 JCK 战觉城笼斗终极冠军赛。我们现在是在 JCK 战觉城国际格斗中心与大家见面，我是杨光。JCK 战觉城是由海南全天候网络竞技有限公司荣誉出品，由中国国际经济技术合作促进会竞技体育产业融合创新发展工作委员会负责相关的指导工作。那么今天晚上将为大家现场呈现是 JCK 战觉城绝城之夜 NG7冰与火之舞的比赛，一共3场4人新锐赛、1场电场赛、1场复赛以及3场正赛，呈现给屏幕前的各位。那么今天晚上呢，我们的比赛将会通过我们的官方合作媒体咪咕视频、抖音、腾讯新闻、UFC Fight Pass 以及快手等相关平台进行全程同步直播。同时还要特别感谢新华网、深圳电视台体育健康频道、辽宁移动、贵州新媒体、宁夏新媒体、TCR 互联网电视、虎牙直播以及格斗迷的大力支持。在此也诚挚邀请屏幕前的各位，今天晚上持续锁定我们的官方网站3w.jckmm.com 以及我们的微信公众账号以及官方抖音号，了解最新赛事资讯的更新。冲出亚洲，走向世界，超越格斗的极限，迈向新的征程。JCK 战觉城笼斗终极冠军赛必是亚洲综合格斗的新浪潮。在此也非常高兴能与现场以及屏幕前的诸位共同见证和引领这一股新的浪潮。接下来我们舒开正风，马上开启我们今天晚上的比赛环节。JCK 战觉城比赛规则及打分逻辑。JCK 战觉城常规比赛，每场比赛3回合，每回合5分钟， 回合间休息1分钟。JCK 战绝城4人赛初赛，每场比赛3回合，每回合3分钟，回合间休息1分钟，肘击半放开。决赛，每场比赛3回合，每回合5分钟，回合间休息1分钟，肘击全放开。JCK 绝城之夜，每场比赛3回合，每回合5分钟，回合间休息1分钟，肘击全放开。JCK 战绝城龙斗赏金挑战赛决赛，金腰带挑战权、金腰带争夺权比赛及金腰带争夺战比赛，每场比赛5回合，每回合5分钟，回合间休息1分钟，肘击全放开。普通比赛，金腰带挑战权、金腰带争夺权比赛及金腰带争夺战比赛，将由3位判分裁判员进行打分。JCK 战绝城龙斗赏金挑战赛决赛将由5位裁判员进行打分。肘击禁止使用由天12点至地6点由前向后的拉肘攻击，半放开不允许击打头部。JCK 战绝城打分逻辑， MMA 比赛的打分逻辑是以结果为导向，采用减分制原则，每回合获胜方得10分，对方得9分或更少。打分权重，以选手的技术表现作为评估标准，有效打击、有效缠斗、积极的进攻和局面的控制。重击的权重优于摔跤和控制。
意味了很多，因为 JCK 这赛事是国内最好的比赛。我要是拿到合同，有固定的比赛可打，也能赚钱，非常好，非常棒。
JCK 战绝城4人新锐赛，当晚4位选手经过2轮争夺，决出冠军。
能来到这里的，应该每个人都有自己的优点。这次备战呢，体能很充分，所以晚上打2场比赛，没问题。
冠军或表现优异的选手可直接获得 JCK 战绝城签约合同。
备战得很好，准备了很久，为了这场比赛。
我肯定是奔着冠军来的。
他们都很优秀，但是我觉得我才更优秀。
4位勇士勇往直前，无畏前行，每一次出击都是对梦想的勇敢挑战。
我相信我自己，各方面体能、柔术、拳击。
我这次先拿到4人赛的冠军，先完成一下目前的小目标。我有信心拿下这个合同。
谁能在擂台上傲视群雄，成为新一代的明日之星？本场比赛，蓝方选手迪达尔·埃利亚尔来自于山西盐湖搏击俱乐部，他的技术核心为巴西柔术。他的对手张帅来自于北京黑虎搏击俱乐部，摔跤是他的强项。那么今天晚上2位选手均是首次征战 JCK 战绝城，地面对攻，谁与争锋
？Now it's time for the first fight of the evening, opening round A in our one-night four-man featherweight tournament. Making his way to the cage now from the blue corner, Didar Ailiyar, hailing from Xinjiang. This 31-year-old now lives and trains here in Shanxi province at Yanhu Fight Club. Let me tell you a little bit about Didar. At first glance, Didar looks like an easy fight. KO'd in his last 3 fights, riding on 5 straight losses. Arguably a lackluster 4-10 official record, but in fairness, he's not been matched well. He's fought tough guys, including Ara Chiling, now with the UFC, JCK stars, Zhu Kangjie, Teng Lige, and Yuan Chunbo, all standout fighters. Of his 4 wins, 2 were finishes, a submission and a KO each, and the other 2 went the distance. Now 31 years old, with 14 pro fights under his record, Didar is trying his luck now in this rookie tournament. Final preparations being made before Didar steps into the cage for this fight. Andrew, I saw Didar in the gym yesterday, 2 days ago, in fact, before the weigh-ins. He had a lot of weight to cut. I think he's a very big featherweight.
Well, now's the time for him at 31 years old, entering this rookie tournament. It's now or never. He's got to make it happen, so I'm sure he's going to be fighting with a lot of determination and will. This is a big moment for him.
JCK star Jck in his corner tonight. He's from the far northwest corner of the country of China, but he's training here in the province of Shanxi, so he's got a lot of local support. Didar steps into the cage for our first fight of the evening.
Making his way down to the JCK cage, coming out of the red corner, is Zhang Shuai. He hails from Hunan province. He is 28 years old, and he's coming into this fight with a perfect professional record of 3-0. However, not a lot is known about Zhang Shuai. There isn't a lot of video out there available on him. So he is undefeated, but he comes in as a little bit of an unknown. The rumor has it, however, that he is a very solid grappler. And he does train with the famous fight club in Black Tiger Fight Club in Beijing. So there's no question that he has a bunch of good training partners to help him prepare. Let's see how it works out for him tonight, because he's facing an opponent in Didar who has, you know, almost 5 times the amount of fights that he does. Zhang Shuai is a pretty green fighter. He only has 3 professional fights, though he is undefeated. I mean, has he fought someone who's had almost 15 pro fights before? We're gonna see how that works out. This is a big moment for him because he has a chance to secure himself a JCK contract, and that's a really big opportunity for a young fighter like Zhang Shuai. So he's looking to make a statement here. And another thing that we have to take into account is that these guys are fighting in a one-night tournament. So he's gonna have to fight again tonight. So he's looking to hopefully get an early finish, not take too much damage, secure a dominant win, and ride some momentum into the finals. Here he is, Zhang Shuai.
A look now at the tail of the tape, and we can see a 6-centimeter reach advantage favors Didar.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子羽量级私人新锐赛首轮 A 组的比赛争夺。栏目选手身高180公分，臂展181厘米，体重66.50公斤，年龄31岁，来自于山西盐湖搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩10战8胜2负。那么今天晚上上的 JCK 战绝城的首秀，他就是来自于中国的蓝方选手 Didar本场比赛，红方选手身高170公分，臂展175厘米，体重66公斤，年龄28岁，来自于著名的黑虎搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩2战全胜。那么今天晚上同样是他的 JCK 战绝城的首秀，他就是来自于中国的红方选手郑帅。今天晚场比赛，非常高兴邀请到了国内著名的擂台解说专家乔博老师、侯宇老师，他们2位将在现场为大家带来今天晚上比赛的直播评述。那么英文解说的部分将由著名的赛事评论员 Von Anderson 和 Andrew Derry 进行现场的呈现。Welcome！ 本场比赛场上裁判2名，下面比赛正式开始。
Fighter! No high back, low blow, watch out finger. Left to me. Okay? Touch. Back corner. Judge, time. Unit, fight!
In the blue corner, it is Didar facing off against Zhang Shuai in the red.
Remember, fans, these one-night tournament opening rounds all have 3-minute rounds, so the action is often fast-paced.
Definitely, that will definitely affect the pace of the fight. I'm looking to see how fast it's going to be, how soon it's going to be before one of these guys shoots. I know they're both good grapplers.
Didar staying a moving target, bouncing from side to side. You see both fighters with low hips, preparing to sprawl, preparing for those double legs.
Zhang Shuai so far is doing a good job of cutting off the cage and backing up Didar against the cage. Let's see if he can land some bombs. I feel like he's loading up for some big shots here.
It seems like both fighters seem to be waiting for the counter.
There it was. You know, you can tell Zhang Shuai has some power in those hands. If he backs him up against the cage and throws some of those bombs, we could see an early finish.
So far, Zhang Shuai threatening with level changes, testing the reaction of Didar. We haven't seen much from Didar in this fight.
Kick takes him down pretty easily. Now let's see if he works to pass the guard.
Didar manages to get his guard close. He's working for the submission here.
Ooh,
and Fight Club fighters
big
all
right
have
hand.
great submissions.
Another one to the body. He's got power in those shots.
Zhang Shuai not intimidated by this guard, content to stand and drop the paint.
Oh, posturing up with some big shots is Zhang Shuai. If he lands a few of those in succession, it could be a problem.
A slow start to this fight, but now entering the final minute with some action.
Oh, he postures up. He's going to land some bombs from this position, from this open guard position. Throws the legs to the side, looking to pass.
Now he's threatening with a choke. Is Zhang Shuai going to be able to finish this guillotine off the cage wall?
It looks like Didar has done a good job of fighting the hands.
Didar pops his head out. Now he's got the body lock. What's he going to do with it?
Oh, wow. He reverses position and now has Zhang Shuai against the cage. Good job by Didar. Wow, these 3-minute rounds go by fast.
Just 30 seconds remaining in this opening round.
Oh,
Didar trying to get the takedown. But Zhang
reversed.
Shuai is the one who ends up on top. Didar still threatening there momentarily with an armbar attempt. There he's trying it again. Zhang Shuai seems smart to it though.
Oh,
now Zhang Shuai sits over.
Beautiful armbar setup, beautiful armbar setup.
As the clock runs down, he gets it!
Tap. He gets the tap, first round.
5
and wins
seconds
for Zhang
remaining
Shuai.
in the first round. And Zhang Shuai gets the submission, an armbar win, a well-deserved victory for this young man. He'll advance to the finals tonight.
That is exactly the kind of win you want in the first round of a tournament. Get out of there in the first round, nice and easy. He'll have plenty of energy for the finals.
Let's look at the replay. There he is, Zhang Shuai stepping over the head.
He lost the grip here momentarily, but he does a good job to recover, gets that spiderweb position, breaks the grip, extends his hip, and gets the tap immediately. Great job by Zhang Shuai.
下面宣布比赛结果：本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则与量级比赛的最终结果为：来自于中国的红方选手张帅，第一回合2分56秒，使用手臂14固降服获胜。The winner is red corner, win by armbar. 接下来比赛精彩继续，狭路相逢，热血对决。本场比赛，蓝方选手藏哈尔 巴特波拉提来自于权益搏击俱乐部，他年龄只有19岁，科尔克孜族的小将。他的对手安玉平来自于东莞火山格斗俱乐部，重拳重腿，曾经获得省级拳击比赛金牌。那么今天晚上谁能够斩获 JCK 战觉城的首胜？英勇顽强，力敌千军。
Now it's time for opening round B in our one-night four-man featherweight tournament. Making his way to the cage now from the blue corner, it's Zhang Hao Batabuolati, hailing from the region of Xinjiang, rather. This 19-year-old grappler lives and trains in Beijing at Chen Yi Fight Club. Zhang Hao's record sits at 1 draw officially. His lone pro fight was in September of this year. He looks in shape, training with Batabuolati, who we see in his corner. I really can't say what to expect from Zhang Hao, but he is oozing confidence. I'll break the rules and judge a book by its cover and say I give Zhang Hao my vote for favorite to win this match.
Yeah, you know, Vaughn, I ran into this guy backstage a couple hours before the event, and I gotta tell you, he's a scary-looking dude, isn't he?
He looks like he's had a lot more than one pro fight. He looks like a real veteran.
I know, it's something about the look in his eyes. You can tell by the look in his eyes, he's a pretty hard dude. So I'm excited to see what he can do here in the JCK cage tonight.
Very tall for this featherweight division.
Yeah, 100%. He's 182 centimeters. That's, 6 feet tall. For featherweight, that's a tall fighter. So that's going to benefit him in all areas, in striking and grappling. You know, you have a tall guy with long limbs. It's easier to lock up chokes, Darce chokes, triangle chokes, that kind of thing. So we'll see if he can pull something like that off tonight.
Zhang Hao steps into the cage for this, our second fight of the evening.
Oh, in the red corner, we have from Guizhou, An Yu Ping. He is a young guy, 19 years old. Both these fighters are 19 years old. Very green, and they both only have 1 pro fight on the record. Now, An Yu Ping, his 1 pro fight was actually a loss, but I saw that fight, and I was actually impressed by him because his opponent was a guy who had like 15 pro fights. And An Yu Ping actually looked pretty good in that fight until he got caught in the 2nd round. So tonight, he has an opportunity to face an opponent with a much more similar level of experience. And in this context, he should be able to showcase more of his full skill set. So we have a kickboxing-based fighter here who likes to keep it standing, but I've heard that he is a very well-rounded fighter as well. He was the 2020 Guizhou Provincial 60-kilo boxing gold medalist, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do in this tournament. This is like I said before, this is a big opportunity for these young guys coming in here with a chance to win a contract with the best domestic organization for MMA in China.
Final preparations being made for this second fight of the evening. An Yu Ping getting ready to step into the cage. I can tell you a little bit about Volcano Fight Club. They are run by a disciple of the Bo Fight Club, so they have a similar fighting style. A look now at the tail of the tape, and a significant 10-centimeter reach advantage favors Zhang Hao.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 男子羽量级4人新锐赛首轮 B 组的比赛交锋，栏目选手身高182公分，臂展182厘米，体重66.50公斤，年龄19岁，来自于权益搏击俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩1战1平。那么今天晚上他的 JCK 战觉城的首秀，他就是来自于中国的南方选手桑哈尔巴特布拉提。本场比赛，红方选手身高173公分，臂展172厘米，体重66公斤，年龄19岁，来自于东莞火山格斗俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩7战5胜2负。那么今天晚上同样是他的 JCK 战觉城的首秀，他就是安小可于平。本场比赛场上裁判张永熙。
快动。都看到，都半个看到，快包按个身 ，OK， 来。Drop, time, ready, fight!
Here we go in our second tournament matchup. It is Zhang Har in the blue corner versus An Yuping in the red.
And Yuping takes the southpaw stance.
One thing I see right away is a big differential in reach.
But it really depends how Zhang Har plans to use that reach. If he's a grappler and he's shooting takedowns, that's one thing. But if he's a striker and he's not as good as on the feet as An Yuping is, he's in trouble.
We'll see. That was a nice body kick there. You're right, it all depends on how they
Hard left straight from An Yuping finds the chin of Zhang Har.
Throwing bombs early. You know, in a 3-minute round, it's important to establish dominance. You don't have a lot of time to work, so, you know, it really forces the action.
Zhang Har, good movement on the feet. An Yuping cutting off the angles, keeping Zhang close to the cage wall. An Yuping showing his boxing prowess here. No takedowns yet, no kicks either, right?
No, not yet, but both guys look to have pretty decent striking fundamentals. It seems like Zhang Har is looking to counter a little bit more.
Strange strategy for someone with a huge reach advantage.
Yeah, he should be sticking that jab out there and really establishing the jab and taking advantage of that huge reach.
This might be the first time in Zhang Har's career he's faced a southpaw. And I can tell you as a southpaw myself, it is a huge advantage.
Oh, An Yuping land a big left hand there.
And Yuping there with the first kick, his first kick of the round.
I'm pretty impressed by these guys, you know, pretty green fighters, but they both look like pretty good. Stand-up skills are solid.
There's a stiff jab from Zhang Har.
Pretty close round with 1 minute left. There hasn't really been any dominance established. Both guys have landed some pretty decent shots. Nice calf kick. Oh,
there's an attack from Zhang Har. Seems to be turning up the volume as this round nears the final 30-second mark.
An Yuping did well to block that head kick. Oh, they're getting after it.
Oh, there's a stiff jab. That rocks An Yuping back.
That's what I want to see more of from Zhang Har. He's got that long reach. He should really be sticking that jab out there. Closing in on the final 10 seconds of our opening round here. One last flurry could steal the round. Let's see it.
Oh. Heavy high kick, blocked, but still rocks An Yuping.
Yeah, definitely, you know, even when you block a heavy head kick like that, it still hurts your arms, and some of the impact still gets through. If you were a Judge Anderson, how would you score that round?
This is a... An Yuping took it. Let's look at some of the replays.
Yeah.
There's An Yuping on the attack. I believe he was the more aggressive fighter by far. He scores points there. You know, striking superiority, it's kind of hard to say. Both fighters ate some blows.
Yeah, I thought the one thing An Yuping had for sure was he seemed to be the one dictating the pace. He was the one moving forward and pressing the action. So on that criteria, I would be inclined to agree with you.
Offside.
All right, our ring card girls signal that it is time for round 2 in this, our second match of our 4-man one-night tournament. Zhang Har in the blue corner, An Yuping in the red corner.
Fight!
Set for round 2. Oh,
A faster start for Zhang Hao, perhaps. Now he's got a feel for what An Yuping's bringing to this fight.
wow, interesting. If we look at the stats here, Zhang Hao actually landed far more head strikes, 14-3. I didn't realize that it was that one-sided. He does seem to have very accurate striking. He doesn't miss very much. Most of what he throws actually seems to land.
That reach advantage is definitely a big advantage. There's a calf kick from An Yuping.
Yeah, I'd like to see him utilize that more because the 2 times he has thrown it thus far have both landed with success.
There's a midsection kick from Zhang Hao,
Nice jab.
followed by a jab. A frustrating task for An Yuping. You know, there's a body kick from An Yuping.
Oh,
Following up with a flurry.
that was a big shot. Zhang Hao actually runs away and he
Beautiful level change, but a great takedown defense displayed by An Yuping. Both fighters back to the feet, separate, and set to bang.
Yeah, great job meeting the level change with underhooks right away. Beautiful job of defending that takedown.
Another leg kick, followed by an overhand left.
I think that left hand that An Yuping landed might have been the most significant head strike of the fight thus far.
Short front leg kick from Zhang Hao. Resets the action.
Oh, a spinning hook kick. Nearly misses. Barely misses. Nice body kick. Oh, there's that left hand again. He's got some power in that left hand and he's winging it now.
An Yuping on the attack,
They're
but now
throwing down.
Zhang Hao
He
has an
caught the
attack of his own.
Okay, caught the leg, nothing with it. They were throwing down there. Both guys landed big shots in that exchange.
40 seconds remaining in the second round.
Still could be anybody's round.
Calls for action from the referee.
Yep, 30 seconds left. Could be anybody's round.
Another calf kick.
That has been a very effective tool for An Yuping. He should look for that more. He's done very well in this fight to overcome the reach disadvantage. He does a good job of closing the distance. Ooh,
But what I'd like to see is if it goes to a third round, I'd like to see An Yuping move with his head, close the distance with head movement, get inside and keep it there. I know he's trying, but he spends a little bit too much time in kick range, and he's eaten some heavy kicks from Zhang Hao for this mistake.
Yeah, you're right. As the shorter fighter, he's got to find a way to close the distance better. And look to land that big left hand. He landed it twice on that round, and it looked like Zhang Hao did not want anything to do with that because grappling exchange. Let's take a look here, see if we get that. Yeah, he's firing that big left hand. Boom!
There's that hard overhand left.
He actually went running away from that one.
There's that short push that resets the action. And there's a high kick, blocked, but still painful.
Yeah, it looks like he just caught him with the toes on that one. It's been a pretty close fight thus far. It could be one round apiece. This third round is going to be key to see who takes it. And I'll tell you what, Zhang Shuai is happy to see that these guys are fighting a third round.
Yeah, whoever wins this fight is going to have a lot more damage than Zhang Shuai has.
Yeah, he only had to fight one round, and these guys are here slugging it out, ready to go for round 3. Zhang Hao versus An Yuping. Here we go.
Fighters touch gloves. A nice show of sportsmanship as this third round starts. Both fighters look fresh, light on their feet, taking the center of the cage.
Yeah, again, we look at the stats here and see that Zhang Hao landed far more head strikes. An Yuping a little bit more active to the body and legs. But I guess that's just a testament to the accuracy of the striking of Zhang Hao. Doesn't miss much. However, I feel like the more powerful strikes have been landed thus far by An Yuping.
Beautiful work as both fighters exchange fire there. Oh. Another heavy kick.
Man, you know, it's a good thing An Yuping has that high guard up because a couple of those head kicks have come pretty close. If that landed flush, that would be good night. 2 minutes left here. You never really know how the judges are going to score a fight. So if I'm if I were either one of these guys, I would want to make a statement in the last 2 minutes of this fight and pour it on.
Head kick from An Yu Ping.
The sound of that was huge. It was like a baseball bat hitting a heavy bag.
Both fighters swapping kicks now. A stiff jab from Zhang Hao.
You know, when you have an orthodox fighter fighting a southpaw, it opens up that power kick for both guys, doesn't it?
And also too, I can tell you from my own experience, from that angle, when you block that with your arm, the angle that your arm is on, the kick connects with the bone, and it's very often in MMA, those arms get broken.
Yep, we've seen it before. 1 minute left, could be anybody's fight. An Yu Ping and Zhang Hao have got to pour it on here and make a statement for these judges.
And pour it on they are.
Here we go. Last minute, got to leave it all out there.
There's a kick now from Zhang Hao. You can just see the power just backs up even when they're blocked. And Yu Ping has to back up, forced to back up from the power of those blows.
Yes, I would give a slight advantage to Zhang Hao in this round. He seems to be landing more frequently and with a little bit more pop. An Yu Ping just hasn't been able to overcome that reach disadvantage as well in this round.
A mid kick from An Yu Ping and a hard left hand finds the jaw, backs up Zhang Hao.
I feel like An Yu Ping is willing to stand and trade and throw down in the pocket, but every time it gets a little hot in there, like in that phone booth, Zhang Hao circles away.
He's got to, An Yu Ping needs to close the back door, cut off the angle, and make it so that Zhang Hao can't run away like that.
10 seconds left. Let's see if we see something crazy. A Hail Mary attempt. Another left hand, swing and a miss.
Kicks and punches end this fight. We'll go to the judges' scorecards and see which one of these warriors advances to the finals later on tonight. A very confident An Yu Ping believes he's advancing. Are you sure of that? I'm not sure. I can't tell. We'll have to see what the judges decide.
Very close fight. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here. You know, An Yu Ping trying to land that big left hand all night. Zhang Hao did a good job circling away and countering. Unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of big connections in this round. A lot of these strikes aren't really connecting flush. But I felt like in the third round, Zhang Hao was the more accurate striker, and I feel like he landed a little more than An Yu Ping in the third round. Man, I'd hate to be a judge for this one. I don't know how to score it. Anderson, how do you have this one?
Well, I gave the first round to An Yu Ping, but then when we saw those stats of who scored, I didn't see half of that. I don't know. I'm not sure who's wrong, me or the stats guy. But let's see. I'm not really watching this fight like a judge. And
Yeah.
I think it was close either way.
It was very close. I wouldn't be surprised to see a split decision here. 29-28. Either way. I think both guys should be happy with their performance. Close fight, especially for two pretty new
下面宣布
fighters.
比赛结果：1号裁判27比30 ，Judge number 1 27-30；2号裁判27比30 ，Judge number 2 27-30；3号裁判27比30 ，Judge number 3 27-30。本场比赛3位裁判一致判定冷风胜。The winner by unanimous decision, win by point, presenting China. The blue corner, 桑哈尔巴特博拉提。所有现场以及屏幕前的各位，那么今天晚上的4人新锐赛首轮的对决呢，到此就告一段落。那么接下来的时间，马上将为大家现场呈现是今天晚上银量级的殿场赛。由于本场比赛红方选手小坦克奥什伍勒赛前称重超重，本场比赛必须以提前终结的方式才能获得比赛胜利，厚积薄发，势在必得。
It's time for the third fight of the evening, making his way To the cage now from the blue corner, it's Huang Zhiwei, hailing from Xinjiang City, Xinjiang City in the province of Henan. This 24-year-old now lives and trains in Liaoning province in the northeast corner of China, and he trains at Shangwu Fight Club in the city of Bunxi. We saw Huang Zhiwei in May of last year when he made his JCK debut. That was an exciting fight, but ended badly for Huang, losing the unanimous decision to Cai Wen-rong. That fight is his only recorded fight, but he does have undocumented wins and losses as well. His opponent tonight favors grappling, unlike the striking machine Huang faced in Xiong last year. Huang has also had a year and a half to work on improving himself. Because his opponent missed weight, Huang wins by default unless he gets finished. I'm gonna say that again. His opponent missed weight by a margin so big that he can only win now by finish, submission, or knockout. So as long as Huang survives this fight, he is the winner.
All right, and here is our red corner fighter, Ao Shi Wulei, the little tank, hailing from Mianning, Sichuan province. He's a young guy, 20 years old, fighting in this flyweight division. Now, as my partner Vaughn Anderson mentioned, he missed weight. Not only did he miss weight, but he missed it by such a margin that he can only qualify to win this fight if he does so by finish. That is a tough spot to be in. We've seen him once in the JCK cage before. And in that fight, he was able to showcase his wrestling skills. He has very good wrestling. He's a shorter, stockier fighter for the weight class. Good level changes, great double leg takedown. And in his one JCK win, he was able to basically out-wrestle his opponent the entire fight. He scored takedowns in every round, controlled the fight from top position, stayed out of trouble from submissions, because his opponent had some pretty good jiu-jitsu, but he was very aware of it on top, and he even attempted some of his submissions of his own. He's gonna need to bring those attacks if he wants to finish the fight tonight.
Looking now at the tail of the tape, we see a 4-centimeter reach advantage favors Huang Zhiwei.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 银量级的比赛交锋，栏目选手身高171公分，臂展168厘米，体重56.60公斤，年龄24岁，来自于本期上午格斗俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩6战4胜2负 ，JCK 战觉城战绩1战1负。他就是来自于中国的蓝方选手黄志伟。 本场比赛，红方选手身高158公分，臂展162厘米，体重59.50公斤，年龄20岁，来自于一格斗怪兽综合格斗俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩4战3胜1负 ，JCK 战觉城战绩1战1胜。他就是来自于中国的红方选手小坦克奥什武乐。本场比赛场上裁判。 王悦，
快点，快点，妈。Judge, time, ready. Fight!
Here we go, our flyweight affair between Huang Zhiwei in the blue versus Ao Shi Wulei in the red.
Ao Shi Wulei races out to the center of the cage, but hesitant to engage.
Yeah, in his first fight in JCK, I saw a really impressive wrestling attack. Great level changes, great double leg. So let's see, in his first fight, he actually fought a much taller guy as well. And that actually worked to his advantage because he could get to the hips very easily with his double leg. So let's see if he utilizes a similar approach here.
We saw in the tail of the tape that Aosha Wu missed weight by a whopping 3 kilograms. With these special rules, the fight was saved, the fight goes on. But again, Aosha Wu needs to finish this fight by submission or knockout if he wants to win this fight. Otherwise, Huang Zhiwei will be pronounced the winner. 3 kilos is a lot, especially at flyweight. That's the smallest male division.
That's almost up a weight class because bantamweight is 61 and he weighed in at 59.5. So he almost weighed in at the bantamweight limit. There's that shot.
Aosha Wu working the wrestling right away. Beautiful scoop on that far leg. Puts Huang Zhiwei on his butt, but Huang Zhiwei back to his feet quickly.
But he has his back taken. Looks like he's gonna.
Slam!
Oh!
Huge slam. Aosha Wu.
A suplex. That's what we like to see. You know, if he wants to come out here and finish the fight. Oh, again, is he gonna? Oh, dump him.
Another big dump from Aosha Wu.
Matt returned. Oh, he looked like he grabbed the fence there. Aosha Wu is all over him.
So far, not much damage absorbed by Huang Zhiwei, but beautiful throws displayed by Aosha Wu. They're definitely scoring on the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, absolutely. Although, it could be said that a high amplitude throw like that, I mean, it's, you know, it takes a lot of energy, doesn't it?
Listen to me. They're scoring on the judges' scorecard. There are no judges' scorecards in this match.
True. But what do you think about that? I mean, like, it is a huge energy expenditure to lift a guy up in the air like that and slam him down.
Well, look where he is now. He's in a pretty good spot. He's got the gut wrench creeping up on his back. If he gets his hooks in, if he gets that neck, there's the first hook. He might be able to submit Huang Zhiwei.
The trouble with being against the cage here is it's hard to get that second hook in. The referee stands him up from a fairly dominant position.
Huang Zhiwei gets another shot.
Huang Zhiwei is like, oh, thank you. Pretty lucky there.
If you know what Aosha Wu's plans are, and you must know now, why does Huang Zhiwei keep his legs and posture so straight? I'd like to see him lower those hips, get ready for that sprawl. You know it's coming. Use your reach. You got the reach. Use your reach. Throw that jab. There's one. That's what you got to do.
I think he should also feint the knee up the middle because that is a formidable tactic against a shorter guy that wants to shoot doubles.
Think he heard you.
Yeah. Throw that knee out there because if you can connect the knee at the same time the guy's shooting a double, that is good night, Irene.
I don't know how much time Aosha Wu had to prepare for this fight. I don't want to be critical. Maybe it was a last-minute fight, but you know he's not exactly ripped. It's no surprise that he didn't make flyweight. He looks like he doesn't look like he's had a full camp. That's for sure.
No, he doesn't necessarily look in fight shape per se, because, you know, at the lower weight classes especially, you don't see a lot of, you know, soft tissue in guys. Lighter weight guys are usually lean.
There's a beautiful spinning heel kick that hits the guts of Aosha Wu and backs him up a little bit. You know he felt that. There's a beautiful
shot again.
Very unique shot, but nonetheless, it was working well.
Able to defend this time is Huang Zhiwei. I like how he's throwing that front kick up the middle as well. Oh, it looked like he rocked him momentarily with that head kick, but he gets double legged to the ground. Aosha Wu trying to pass the guard here in transition.
Less than 30 seconds remaining in this first round. Not much time for Aosha Wu to work this ground position.
Yeah, it looks like Huang Zhiwei has been able to recover half guard.
Huang Zhiwei sinking in a Kimura of his own.
That's not close yet. But he's attacking. Past the guard again.
Huang Zhiwei has his guard passed.
It's a tough spot for Aosha Wu because here's a round that he clearly won. Multiple takedowns, finishes the round on top, but it doesn't even count for anything.
Here's the replays.
Yeah, here he's able to just bowl him over. Although Huang Zhiwei does a good job trying to maintain that underhook, but you know, Aosha Wu is just chaining the wrestling techniques together. Here's this beautiful suplex, lifts him right up. Boom! That's a huge throw, and we've actually seen fights finish like that before. There's another one.
Here's another attempt, but Hwang Jue able to post out with his arm and absorb some of that damage.
Hwang Jue had a couple. I thought that one landed. I thought that was dangerous. You know, that shin almost connected right on the chin. But Aoshule able to convert another takedown there. But again, it's one of those things, like, imagine, you know, 2 more rounds go by like that, and Hwang Jue still wins the fight.
10 second down, second out. Ready, ready, fight!
Here we go, round 2 between Hwang Jue in the blue and Aoshule in the red.
Seeing that Aoshule didn't make weight, seems a little bit out of shape. You got, and he's spending a lot of energy on those takedowns. Oh, you got to wonder how long his gas is going to last.
But he gets it early this time, so he has more time to work. I wonder if he's going to be able to pass again. You know, if he wants to finish the fight, getting past this half guard is going to help him.
Hwang Jue recovering, full guard now. So far doing well on the bottom to avoid or neutralize most of those heavy punches.
Yeah, Hwang Jue trying to move his hips, push away, but Aoshule is stuck to him like, oh, is he out?
Hard punches from Aoshule.
I thought he was out there. His head was snapping back like he was out.
Look at the power from those punches.
Those are big shots. If he keeps raining them down, this could be it. I thought he was out.
Hwang Jue has his guard pass now. Aoshule knows that he needs to finish this fight, and he is going nuts, trying to finish those heavy punches from inside the half guard, which is rocking Hwang Jue's head back.
Man, the way his head was snapping back, I thought he was unconscious because his whole body was getting rocked. His head was whipping back. That was a dangerous moment. That was very scary for Hwang Jue. Here, he just let go with that left hand. Oh, he just ragdolling him.
The power in this kid.
Ragdolling him. But again, that's a big energy expenditure. Yeah, he should just let go with that left hand. Hwang Jue is doing well to wrap it up now with that overhook.
The amount of energy he's spending in this fight, and he's still got gas.
Second hook. He's got to get that right hook in. That's going to be key to maintaining this position. Right now he's got one. That second hook is kind of creeping in. But Hwang Jue is wise to it.
Hwang Jue slides out now, looking. He's stuck in half guard.
Oh, again.
The knee shield. Hard punches. He's out.
He's out.
Is he out?
Is that just his way of defending?
He just let it happen, man. I was sure he was sleeping.
I know.
Hwang Jue is super tough. Look at this. He just eats those punches, trying to wall walk and get out of this horrible situation.
I thought it was done again. It's like, you know, corpse card in BJJ, where you just lay there. Oh, he's trying to lock up a choke, but he doesn't have the angle here. He's good. Thumbs up. He gives the thumbs up. But really, he was eating those shots. I thought he went limp. He was just laying there.
It's definitely been a tough round for Hwang Jue. If this goes the distance, he earns it.
Can you imagine that? If it goes the distance, he wins no matter what. That's crazy. Just getting your butt kicked for 3 rounds and then winning.
Now Hwang Jue, he's on top. How is he going to stay there?
He's not on top for long. Stuck in a front headlock position here. There are chokes available, but we'll see. I think he should just let go with that right hand. There we go. Yeah, I mean, if I were a judge scoring this round, I think this would be close to a 10-8. Because he almost got stopped twice on strikes.
There's been a tremendous amount of damage from those heavy punches thrown from Aoshule.
And now we see the damage accumulating on Hwang Jue's face. He's bleeding. He's busted up. Yeah, just breaking it back down. Hwang Jue rolls for a leg lock.
Is he going to get this?
Knee bar. If he can extend it, it could be dangerous. It looks like he's getting it
He's
extended.
close. He's close. Is he going to get this?
Oh, that's a bad angle. It looks like he's going to get this knee bar. Is he going to push off his butt? He's got to push hard and get his knee off the center line. He's got to get his knee line out of there. Wow, he somehow survives.
What a wild round this has been.
That was close. That was close. I love that.
Don't count Hwang Jae out of this fight yet. He's got tricks up his sleeve.
Reminded me of Craig Jones there, rolling through for that knee bar. Close, close one. He's looking for that choke again, but I don't think he quite has the, no, he doesn't have the angle. Hwang Jae is able to just worm his way out of it. And now he ends up on top. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything there. There's nothing there. No, he just ends up on the bottom.
Now, Hwang Jae finally gets some redemption, a chance to get some payback for all the punches he took earlier in this round.
What a wild round that was. That had everything.
Here's some replays.
So he shot from way too far out without much of a setup, but he actually ends up completing the takedown somehow. And then here, he was landing.
Wham!
His head was snapped back. I thought he was out. I thought he was out because look, he's barely defending. That actually happened twice in the round. The way his whole head was like snapping back, it was almost like, yeah, it almost looked like he was unconscious. I want to see the crazy sequence where he rolled through for that. Yeah, there's these big strikes again. This crazy knee bar. Oh, this round had everything.
Fantastic action-packed round. This fight's great.
He actually gets some pretty good torque on that knee. When he rolls over a little bit, like here, look at the angle there. That is on. That's fully on right there. Wow. Great round. Very exciting round. These guys are exhausted though. Look at Hwang Jae, hands on his knees, breathing heavy. I hope we get to see another fireworks round like that in this, the third round, third and final round.
Fight!
Between Hwang Jae in the blue and Aoshi Wu in the red, third and final round. Shoots right away. Shot again, retakes the shot, can't get it.
Two successful sprawls.
3 shots in a row. Oh, he's exhausted. You know, you'll see fighters go back to what they know best when they're tired. A wrestler will just go to it right away. It looks like he's just biding his time to try to change levels again. And unfortunately, Hwang Jae just gave him that one.
Hwang Jae exhausted now with a very sloppy kind of jumping knee.
He's trying to cling on to the back, but he's riding too high, and it looks like he's going to slip off here. And Aoshi Wu, excuse me, is on top, and it looks like he's trying for a head and arm choke, but it's not there. Hwang Jae is wise.
Still over 4 minutes remaining in this round in mount position in Aoshi Wu's corner.
This time he mounts him almost effortlessly. Let's see, you know, if he's able to hang on to this position. He's got the back now. He can't, he's starting to slip off. Shouldn't go, you know, he makes that mistake again. Going for the choke when he doesn't have the position, and he ends up losing the position.
Hwang Jae inside the open guard of Aoshi Wu. He tries for a sloppy submission, and Hwang Jae ends up passing the guard in the side control, peppering with some ground and pound of his own now.
If I were his grappling coach, I would be going crazy. I'd say, you're back in the gym on Monday. We have to work on some fundamentals here. Position before submission. Hwang Jae has got that arm trap. This looks like a position. Okay, that's a little surprising to me, honestly.
Referee stands the action up.
Like they basically just got to side control. Side control is a dominant position.
Well, now an easy takedown for Aoshi Wu. Transitioning up the body of Hwang Jae, looking for an even more dominant position. You got to watch out for those heavy bombs. You know Aoshi Wu has done lots of damage with punches just like that.
He's eating him again. He's landing those shots against the cage again. Yeah, there he goes. And you know, Hwang Jae seems to have like little to no defense to these. He just eats them. He's just there absorbing shots.
Trying to stand up now is Hwang Jae.
He signals to the ref that he's okay. Aoshi Wu has got 2.5 minutes to make this happen. If he does not secure a finish, he will not win this fight.
Tremendous amount of punishment handed out by Aoshi Wu in this fight from round 1 to this round now.
Yeah, okay, he's singing the hooks in. He's got to get that second hook in. Hwang Jue is wise to it. He's rolling through. Aoshawula is able to stay on top, and he lands those shots again. We've seen this position multiple times.
Heavy punches from Aoshawula. Hwang Jue has eaten so many of these punches so far in this fight.
And it's like he doesn't even react to them. He's just eating the shots. He's grabbing the fence there, it looks like. Okay, you know, he's got a little over 90 seconds to make a finish happen. He keeps going for this choke when he doesn't have the angle. You got to really secure the position before you go for that choke. If you commit to it too fully, you could slide right off.
Head coach of EMMA and JCK
go.
superstar, Hu Huayoga, giving him instructions. But Aoshawula again slides off this choke.
He doesn't have the angle. He doesn't have the angle. At this point, it's uncomfortable, but it's not a threat.
Approaching the final minute of this fight. If Aoshawula finishes Hwang Jue, it will be a very well-earned victory. If Hwang Jue survives this round, also a very well-earned victory.
Well, I mean, he got beat up pillar to post. It's a pretty incredible thing where you can get beat up for 3 rounds and still win the fight, but, you know, that's what happens, I guess. If you miss weight by that, you know, significant a margin, that's the rules.
Fantastic control from Aoshawula. It's incredible. He's got amazing takedown control, but once he gets his opponents on the ground, he always slides off of the back.
Yeah, you know, he let a couple really good positions just go to waste. It was a tough fight. He put it all out there trying to finish his opponent, couldn't quite get it done. Oh,
Hwang Jue
big shots. Whoa, madness.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Well. Hwang Jue wins by default as Aoshawula is unable to finish Hwang Jue, although he tried very, very hard.
Yeah, he threw everything at him. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get it done. Not for a lack of effort. He was going for the finish the entire fight, and look at him here. He's collapsed in exhaustion. He let
So is Hwang Jue. Let's look at the replays.
Big slam, big mat return, big energy expenditure, but you know, it looks really good. We love to see high amplitude throws here in JCK. Oh, spinning kick that just barely missed. That head kick very nearly connected solidly. You know, the big story of this fight was Aoshawula's wrestling. He is quite a good wrestler. He was able to change levels and get that double leg time and time again and dominate from top position. Unfortunately, you know, he just couldn't. Those were some big shots there. You know, it looked like he was out. Hwang Jue was able to recover, however, and survive. Very exciting fight, though.
Very exciting fight.
Yeah, very tense the whole time.
Hwang Jue is just sitting in the corner. He is in rough shape.
For sure. I mean, both these guys left it all out there. It's just unfortunate that Aoshawula's weight cut didn't go as planned. I'm not sure what the story was there, whether he took the fight on short notice or just had a bad weight cut. But when you miss by that much, he's lucky the fight wasn't canceled altogether. At this point, the decision is all but a formality, as the rules stipulate. Hwang Jue.
接下来宣布比赛结果。由于本场比赛红方选手小坦克奥什武勒赛前超重，本场比赛必须以终结的方式才能获得比赛胜利，所以本场比赛最终的获胜方是蓝方选手黄志伟。接下来，掌声请出颁奖嘉宾：国促会竞技体育工委会会员部部长、发起单位董事局主席、首席助理刘伟先生。感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。 接下来比赛精彩继续，马上将大家现场呈现的是今天晚上第4场比赛，男子 MMA 综合格斗规则轻量级的复赛。本场比赛一共3回合，每回合比赛时长5分钟，奋勇拼搏，火力全开。
Now it's time for fight number 4 in the lightweight division. Making his way to the cage now from the blue corner, it's the consumer, Zhou Xiaofei, hailing from Shanxi province in the city of Yuncheng. This 26-year-old now lives and trains in Xi'an at Sihai Liancun Fight Club. Zhou Xiaofei has had a tough career, losing his last 4. Being finished in all 4, I should add. He won his MMA debut in July of 2021. Win or lose, I must say, his loss in June of 2022, a first-round TKO loss to Tai Zicheng, was one of the most exciting back-and-forth battles I have ever seen. He's very powerful, he's very reckless. He is the type of fighter we like to watch. This fight matches 2 exciting strikers that both like to bang.
Check this out. How about this nickname, the Consumer? If you guys don't get it, it's actually a play on words with his Chinese name, which is Zhou Xiaofei. The characters are different, but Xiaofei can also mean to consume in Chinese. So they did a play on words, changed it around, and he is the Consumer. What do you think about that? Clever.
Xiaofei Zhe.
Yeah.
Zhou Xiaofei enters the cage for this, our 4th fight of the evening.
All right, here we go. In the red corner, we have Li Hongyuan, hailing from Anqing, Anhui province. He is 22 years old, stands 177 centimeters tall, and weighed in at the lightweight limit of 71 kilograms. Now, we've seen him in the JCK cage before. He's had 5 fights in JCK, and he's won 3 of them. And he's a well-rounded fighter. I think he favors the stand-up game, or excuse me, he's had 3 fights in JCK, and he's won 2 of them. He's a well-rounded fighter who prefers the stand-up, but let me tell you, his stand-up skills are formidable. He seems to excel in the kind of matchup where he sprawls and brawls, defends takedowns from, more grappling heavy opponents and outstrikes them. In the one loss that we saw him have in JCK here, he faced a guy who was taller than him, who had a longer reach, and who was a very good striker. He seems to excel, as I said, when he has the striking edge over a more grappling heavy opponent. I also like that he taunts his opponents in the cage, makes for an exciting fight. Here he is, Li Hongyuan.
A look at the tail of the tape, we see similar measurements for these 2 warriors. Zhou Xiaofei is 4 years older.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 轻量级的复赛，栏目选手身高180公分，臂展180厘米，体重71.40公斤，年龄26岁，来自于陕西四海连城搏击俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩10战6胜4负 ，JCK 战觉城战绩1战1负。他就是消费者周小费。本场比赛，红方选手身高177公分，臂展180厘米，体重71公斤，年龄22岁，来自于西安泰格王格斗俱乐部 MMA 综合格斗战绩5战3胜2负 ，JCK 战觉城战绩3战2胜1负。他就是来自于中国的红方选手李恒源。本场比赛场上裁判王金刚。
Fighter. Elbow not to the head. Watch your finger, watch lob. Okay, touch back. Good luck. 混拳的。Judge, time. Ready, fight!
Here we are in this lightweight matchup. We have Zhou Xiaofei in the blue corner versus Li Hongyuan in the red.
Both fighters take the center of the cage right away, swapping low kicks.
Oh, did their shins collide? That hurts so much.
Another calf kick and
strong right hand counter.
flurry of punches from Zhou Xiaofei.
Wow, that was a great right hand counter to that leg kick. He's got some power in his hands for sure. Okay, they clinch up here.
Knees from Lee.
Yeah, lands a knee there. The consumer's got some power in that right hand, I'll tell you what.
Who's got power too is Li Hongyuan. He's finished a lot of guys with those overhand rights. And look at the consumer's guard. He's dropping his hands so low. There's that overhand.
Oh, there it is again.
Overhand right, rather.
He taunts him. I like that Li Hongyuan throws out these taunts. It makes builds the tension a little bit.
That is a hand-breaking overhand right. He's got to be careful.
Oh.
High kick from Zhou.
Yeah, these guys are not playing around. A lot of these strikes are being thrown with fight-ending intentions.
Both fighters training in the city of Xi'an, hoping to go home with bragging rights.
Xi'an rivalry. It looks like Zhou Xiaofei has a bit of a reach advantage, but no, I'm looking at the stats here, their reach is supposedly equal.
Height advantage goes to Zhou.
Yeah. Oh man, they're
that overhand right from Lee, I'm telling you, if it connects, is bad news for Zhou.
yeah, these guys are slinging some leather. And the impact, some of these shots are landing so loud. We can hear very clearly in the arena. These are big shots these guys are throwing. Nice. You heard the slap on that one. They trade leg kicks.
Both fighters exchanging fire now in the clinch. Li Hongyuan's back is pressed against the cage wall, but he's got a very good clinch. He reverses the situation. Now the fighters separate.
Neither guy seems very interested in wanting to really grapple very much. So I think we're going to see this one largely contested on the field.
Where is the gaze of Li Hongyuan? Are you watching his eyes? He's looking at the legs. I think he's trying to bait
Yeah, everybody's a little different
Xiaofei.
in terms of where they like to look.
I think he's trying to bait Xiaofei into focusing on a takedown or a leg kick, and then he's going to come over top with that monster right overhand.
It's a pretty good read there.
Zhou is the one coming with the straight punches, and I think he's been scoring more with punches to the face.
Yeah, you know, Li Hongyuan's face is pretty marked up. I think, you know, the damage around his right eye was primarily caused by that big right hand we saw the consumer land in the first few seconds of the fight. Oh, they're trading. They're throwing hard.
Hard punches from both fighters. I don't want to say that Zhou Xiaofei's punches are soft. They're very hard. But I see Li Hongyuan, he's more concerned about quality over quantity. He's looking for that one fight-ending overhand right or mammoth lead left hook. He's throwing both of those punches with tremendous power.
There's a level change. Nothing there, though. Li Hongyuan does well to defend that takedown. Presses him against the cage now.
Calls from the referee to let go of the shorts. In this clinch position, there was some knees changed. Now the fighters disengage. Oh, that hard overhand. A tie clinch, some knees to the stomach. Now Zhou is going for a takedown, and Li made him pay with a knee to the face.
This looks to be a very competitive matchup. This was some good matchmaking from these guys.
An exciting fight so far in this first round.
Very competitive. Both guys have their moments here. I feel like Li Hongyuan has taken over a little bit in the latter half of the round, landing the more significant strikes.
Still, though, earlier in the round, he ate a flurry of punches on a few occasions.
True.
It's very hard to score this round, in my opinion.
Yeah, good thing we're not judges.
Round one comes to an end, a short rest, and we'll see more action.
没法的后手摆拳，一直在闷后手摆拳。
Take a look at some of the action here from the first round. There was that right hand I was talking about. He countered that leg kick very well with a straight right hand right down the pipe, and another one right there. That left some damage on Lee Hongyuan's face. But as the round went on, I felt like Lee Hongyuan started to find his rhythm and was landing the bigger shots in the latter half of the round. Pretty close round, Vaughn.
Seconds up. Ready? Fight!
Here we are set for round 2 in our lightweight matchup between Zhou Xiaofei in the blue and Lee Hongyuan in the red.
Call from the referee to watch the fingers.
Look at those strike stats again. Almost double the amount of head strikes landed by Zhou Xiaofei. More body strikes landed by Lee Hongyuan.
Zhou Xiaofei going upstairs with a kick towards the face.
Oh,
One down the center.
oh man, these guys are going hard.
Lee Hongyuan with a stiff knee to the guts, forcing Zhou Xiaofei to shoot for the legs. Now he's got caught in a headlock, but he pops his head out now.
Yeah.
More knees from Lee.
I like how he used the threat of the guillotine to defend that takedown. Now Lee Hongyuan is trying to secure a takedown of his own. Zhou Xiaofei did a good job of jacking up that underhook.
Hooks there from Lee. More knees.
Nice right hand. Zhou Xiaofei's got a very nice right hand.
A combination from Lee into the clinch, and again with another knee to the body. How many strong knees to the body can a person take? You see maybe that Joe's gas tank is already being taxed.
Yeah, I was just, oh, he ate a big shot right there, a big right hand. I was just gonna,
Oh, there's a hard cross from Joe.
lands one of his own. You know, prior to that flurry, he was looking a little tired. He put his hands down by his waist momentarily, and here again, you know, as a fighter fatigues, you'll see those hands dropping.
And that's when Lee becomes more dangerous, because he's throwing those mammoth punches, and if you're tired and you can't move fast enough, you're gonna eat it, and you're gonna sleep. More knees to the guts from Lee.
Yeah, he's done a lot better in the clinch, in these clinch positions. He's been more active and landing the better shots, especially to the body with those knees. Single leg attempt here.
There's been a few takedown attempts in this fight, but none have been successful.
Yeah, if I may say so, I believe neither guy is necessarily a phenomenal wrestler. They both seem to be, you know, more striking.
They both can't. The wrestling level cancels the others out.
Sure.
Lee continues to push. There's another knee. Short punches with Joe's back against the cage wall. Joe has 2 shallow underhooks, but he's given up on that.
He's eating a lot of knees in this clinch position here.
He just doesn't seem to have the same amount of energy to break free from this position.
Oh, that's a
Hard knee again.
Those are gonna take a toll. You know, we're starting to see the body language of Zhou Xiaofei break down a little bit. Oh, he lands a big right hand there. Another big
clinch,
knee to the body.
more knees.
Oh, knee upstairs this time. Zhou Xiaofei is looking tired.
Zhou Xiaofei had a fantastic first round. This second round has been a little bit difficult for him.
Yeah.
Hard strategy from Lee Hongyuan to attack the guts with those knees.
Money in the bank, as they say, body shots. Add up over time. Drain your gas tank. Another big knee. Oh,
To the head
upstairs.
this time. Straight punches from Joe. We haven't seen him attack for a while. There's a kick up the middle.
Zhou Xiaofei is still in it though. He's still throwing. He's still there. He's still dangerous.
Oh, fighter swapping punches now. There's Zhou Xiaofei with a 1-2 combination.
Head kick attempt there from Zhou Xiaofei. Coming up on 20 seconds left in the round.
Li Hongyuan also looking a little bit less energetic than he was earlier in this round.
You know, there's been a pretty high output from both guys. And I'm sure both of them are sort of fatigue here as we look to close out round 2 against the cage.
Perhaps a final flurry. There's a jab. We'll see round 3 right after a short rest.
To me, the story of that round was all the body work Li Hongyuan invested was starting to pay dividends as we saw Zhou Xiaofei starting to fade a little bit, but then Li Hongyuan
不要打单击，你看打单击，摔他一个，摔他一个，他也不会地面，你他抱着你就摔他。
of Zhou Xiaofei in that round. Let's
Here's
take a look.
the replays. There's the first knee.
Yeah, those big knees to the body, they were adding up over time. In the clinch, I felt like Li Hongyuan was doing a better job with his clinch strikes. That was a big
Beautiful
right hand.
combination.
Probably the biggest strike of the second round there. To me, this was clearly Li Hongyuan's round.
I agree.
Second up. Ready? Fight!
All right, here we are set for round 3 between Zhou Xiaofei in the blue and Li Hongyuan in the red.
Zhou Xiaofei, light on his feet, seems to have done well during that rest to regain some of his energy. Stiff straights and a kick.
So are these the aggregate stats of like the whole fight leading up to this time? Must be.
Maybe.
Yes. So Zhou Xiaofei still outlanding to the head, but you know, look at that body work. 23 significant strikes to the body from Li Hongyuan. Those are going to add up.
Stiff straights from Zhou.
Yeah, Zhou is going to need to do something to change things up. He's going to have to land a power shot to get Li Hongyuan's respect. I mean, I feel he's probably in need of a finish to win this fight.
You think he's down 2 rounds to none?
I think there's a good argument for him being down 2 rounds to none. Possibly 1-1, but if you look at where the momentum is, it's clearly in Li Hongyuan's corner.
Under the 10-point must system. Every round is scored separately, so it's very possible that
Nice throw.
it's 1 round apiece.
You know, this could be a big moment here. You know, if, as you're saying, if it is 1 round apiece, then this is a huge moment. If he's able to stay on top for the rest of this round and win this round, who knows? If I'm him, my priority is staying on top. Don't try anything too risky. Control the underhooks, control the head, and stay on top.
Now, Li gives up the back. Zhou has both hooks in. This could be bad for Li Hongyuan.
Yeah, 2 hooks in. Let's see if he switches. Yeah, he's going to switch to the body triangle. He's got nice long legs, so that's good. And he doesn't have that body triangle locked in quite fully. Li Hongyuan does a good job of rolling to the side that the lock is on. That relieves some of the pressure. He tries to spin out.
But Zhou gets the mount right away. He needs to be careful because Li's got his feet on the cage. He wall walked before I could finish my statement, and Li is on top again.
Yeah, Li is just, he's a very explosive guy. You know? He's got those big bridge movements, and you know, if you're not really tight with your technique, you get a big strong guy like that bucking and bridging like that, it's hard to stay on top. That's too bad, because that was Zhou Xiaofei's, you know, a big opportunity for him to win this round.
Stiff
Nice
punches
combo
from
there.
Zhou.
Both guys landing.
Some blood and swelling over the left eye of Zhou Xiaofei.
Now I feel like Li Hongyuan is oh, they're both
Hard strikes from both fighters.
throwing hard. This is a great fight, honestly. Both guys very evenly matched. When I saw their records, I kind of assumed that Lee Hong-yuan might just, roll through.
Also, you got to remember, Zhou Xiaofei had got finished 4 fights in a row. He won his debut and lost the last 4, was finished. He looks great in this fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I saw that stat, I was like, yeah, might be a rough night for him, but he's looked great.
Fantastic uppercut there, Lee Hong-yuan.
Especially in this 3rd round, to come back from getting, pretty beat up in the 2nd round, to come back and arguably win the 3rd round so far is very impressive. He's got a lot of heart.
Lee Hong-yuan on the attack. Zhou turns it around though and puts Lee's back against the cage wall, hugging the legs there. Just over 1 minute remains in this fight.
Yeah, Zhou Xiaofei doesn't really have a good attack here. He's getting bullied around with that front headlock guillotine position a little bit. He gets reversed, and now his back is on the cage.
Lee abandons that headlock. I think he's thinking about knees. An overhand right raises, then there's a hard cross that finds the mark.
Boom. You guys are throwing down. Oh, nice uppercut. Yeah, they're going for it. They're definitely going for it. We appreciate that here at JCK. We want to see finishes. We want to see highlights. Oh! Sits him down with the right hand in the final seconds of the 3rd round.
Swarming, looking for the finish. Hammer fists from Lee.
Well, I think that's going to seal the deal. Is he going to wrap up the neck? He's going to try for a submission. Only 13 seconds left. It's going to be tough.
Time running out in this fight.
Well, to me, that seals the deal on this fight,
Good effort from Zhou Xiaofei, but I agree with you, Andrew. I do believe Lee Hong-yuan will take this decision victory.
Yeah, Zhou Xiaofei had his moments in that 3rd round. He got the takedown. He was on top for a bit. He landed some good strikes of his own, but then, 30 seconds left in the round, gets cracked with a big right hand and sat down on his butt. That's got to make a big impression on the judges. Let's take a look here. Okay, this is in the 1st round. That was the very first exchange of the fight. Zhou Xiaofei landed a beautiful right hand, and another one right here that actually left some marks on the face of Lee Hong-yuan. Lee Hong-yuan did really well with these clinch strikes, knees in the clinch. He seemed to dominate from the clinch position here and had a lot of really good work to the body in this fight, which ended up paying dividends because we saw in the later rounds, Zhou Xiaofei was looking quite fatigued. Here's another blitz and a big right hand, followed up by a body kick. Another blitz forward by Lee Hong-yuan. He follows it up with a big knee to the body. Yeah, definitely some good striking exchanges here in this fight. Both guys are talented strikers. Let's see this takedown. Both guys are going for it here, and then Zhou Xiaofei hits that like Uchimata sort of hip kick. There's a big scramble here. Unfortunately, Zhou Xiaofei is not able to hang on to top position. And then here at the end of the 3rd round, he just gets cracked with a big right hand, sat down on his butt, gets rocked, and in my opinion, that's, it's probably going to seal the deal for Lee Hong-yuan. He should probably get the decision win here.
接下来宣布比赛结果：1号裁判28-29 ，Judge number 1 28-29；2号裁判29-28 ，Judge number 2 29-28；3号裁判29-28 ，Judge number 3 29-28。本场比赛3位裁判分歧判定，红方胜。The winner, by split decision, win by point, presenting China, the red corner, Lee Hong-yuan。接下来，掌声有请颁奖嘉宾，千岁竞技体育公寓总经理董伟先生。 好，感谢颁奖嘉宾，感谢双方选手。所有现场以及屏幕前的观众朋友们，那么在这场轻量级的精彩的复赛结束之后呢，让我们稍事休息，马上呢将会开启我们今天晚上正赛环节的比赛，也请大家千万不要走开，精彩稍后继续。冬日的凛冽寒风将被今夜激情四溢的格斗浪潮所击退。头条主赛，吉姆武沙和刘孝宇两位战力高手将如冰与火的碰撞，在擂台上演绎出一场极富张力的对决。刘孝宇是一位踢拳高手，腿法出众，有着新生代腿王的称号。
这次回去加强了地面很多技术，然后也感觉到进步了特别多，所以我想尝试新的，我不想老是站着打。
不知道谁给他的自信啊？对龙鱼系的选手说他要打地面，然后不管站立地面我都具备，就看他怎么打。
吉姆沙硬拉木村，首回合的终结啊！不到2分钟的时间。
废话就不多说了，明天晚上笼子里面见。
没问题，各自全力以赴。
联合主赛，国王刘晓妮对阵人气明星黄飞儿，女子格斗技巧与力量的巅峰较量。
我做满了打满3个回合的准备，但是赛场上瞬息万变，到时候我也不知道会发生什么意外。
针对对手来备赛，其实可能在训练中做的比较少一点，因为在之前我们2个还是算相互比较了解的。
除此之外，来自新疆的草原战士沃尔肯苏利坦哈利迎战现役巴西 MMA 次中量级第1的爱德华多拉蒙，一场超越彼此极限的视觉盛宴。擂台上的勇士已经就绪，迎接属于他们的辉煌时刻。
Well, it is now time to kick off our main card, and we're starting off with a banger. Here we have War Gun facing the tough Brazilian star Eduardo Ramon.
And in the main event, Jimmu Usha beefs up to 62.5 kilos to challenge featherweight Liu Xiaoyu at a catchweight. Jimmu Usha has impressive grappling and submission skills, but getting Liu to the ground is easier said than done.
That's absolutely right, and it's because this man, Liu Xiaoyu, has a wonderful sprawl and brawl game, and just look at these kicks. He has fast, powerful, accurate strikes that he has used to shut the lights out of many opponents in the past, and he's going to be looking to land these bombs and powerful strikes in tonight's compelling main event.
Then in the co-main event, Liu Xiaoni and Huang Fei'er meet for the first time in their careers. Liu Xiaoni, the dynamic Sanda striker with slick takedowns, made weight easily. Of course, she's going up in weight for this catchweight bout.
Yes, and she will face the ever-popular Huang Fei'er, who's been fighting and fighting and training in Thailand for a long time, spending time there with a really good team, honing her skills. I cannot wait for this one.
蓝方选手爱德华多拉蒙来自于江苏浩盛搏击俱乐部，他是现役巴西 MMA 次中量级选手，排名第1。他的对手沃尔肯苏利坦哈利来自于山西盐湖搏击俱乐部，抗击打能力极强。今天晚上谁能够更胜一筹，全力出击，一往无前。沃尔肯苏利坦哈利。
看过他国内的2场比赛，没那么了解。他虽然很强，但对我来说没有压力。
Olá, meu nome é Eduardo Ramon, sou do Brasil. É uma grande honra para mim estar lutando o JCK MMA, que é um dos maiores eventos do mundo. Eu estou 100% preparado, então não tem outro resultado senão ser a vitória.
上一场比赛你们也看了，我喜欢挑战别人的强项。
太高潮力，相当突然。
转身，
转身后
太快了，神龙摆尾。
直接击倒，
后手。
E eu vim para ser o campeão, né? Eu vou buscar esse milhão. Eu vou ser o campeão desse evento e vou levar o cinturão pro Brasil.
我哪里都比他强，哪里都比他优势。
我的天呀！
从下位的十字过，又是十字过，又是十字过。
我会成为此重量级最强的那一位。
O meu oponente não vai aguentar minha pressão.
我会让你后悔来到战觉城。
Here we go. Now it's time for the fifth bout of the evening in the welterweight division. Making his way to the cage now from the blue corner, it's Eduardo Ramon from Brazil. This 32-year-old now lives and trains in Tianjin in China. Ramon's not gone the distance in his past 8 fights, winning 7 of them. 17 career submission wins, 6 knockouts. Only 5 of his 33 pro fights have even gone to the distance. 92% of his wins have come by finish. Just 8 career losses. 70% of the times Ramon has stepped into the cage, he's won by finish. What an intimidating statistic. He's the highest ranked middleweight in China at the moment. He's ranked 3 at welterweight in China as well. He's also ranked 3rd as a middleweight in Brazil right now. He's a 3rd-degree black belt in BJJ. He owns the Brazil Ironman MMA welterweight belt. On paper, Ramon has the experience and the submissions advantage, but this may be a tough fight. Tougher than you think. On the feet, he favors hands, but is reckless. Big gaps in his striking open opportunities for Urkan to counter. Plus, Urkan's kicks are savage from kick range. Ramon has not proven himself as dangerous. Plus, Ramon will not have the reach advantage in this fight. I believe for Ramon to win this fight, he needs to get this fight to the ground very, very fast. But not so easy to do. Urkan is a beast. Ramon steps in the cage for this welterweight fight.
All right, coming out of the red corner is his opponent, Urkan. Let me tell you, this fight I've been anticipating for a very long time. It's one of my most highly anticipated fights of the evening. It is just a great matchup because both guys are so dangerous. I think we're guaranteed to see fireworks in this one. I love this guy, Urkan, the grassland warrior, hailing from Yili, Xinjiang. He is 24 years old. We've seen him in the JCK cage multiple times, and he is known as the king of the comebacks. I've seen him several times on the brink of defeat, pull it out of the fire, and win in spectacular fashion. I'm thinking about his last match with Urkan Bayar, where he was dropped. He was out of it. He got taken down. He was almost submitted, and then moments later comes back and wins with a lightning fast armbar from guard. He's knocked people out with kicks, with punches. He's got KO power in his hands and his feet. Dangerous submissions. This guy is dangerous everywhere the fight goes, and as you can see, he's number 3 in the welterweight rankings, and that's for a reason. He's a very dangerous fighter, and like I said, Vaughn, I think we can expect fireworks in this one. If you look at it on paper, you see this Brazilian guy is scary. He's got 25 wins. He's got a pro record of 25-8. That's pretty incredible, but don't look past this man, Urkan, right here. He's a very dangerous fighter. What do you think, Vaughn?
It's a very, very dangerous clash. Of course, the submission advantage goes to Ramon, but it's not so easy to get Urkan on the ground and closing the distance. Ramon is gonna have to go through hell with the kicks and the punches and the sprawls.
Yeah,
I really think it could go either way, but it's going to be a battle of strategy.
Absolutely, and one strike I think you should look out for I was watching tape on this guy. He's got a wicked check right hook. His lead right hook as guys are coming in is just deadly. He drops guys with it all the time. And Eduardo Hamon is going to have to watch out for that tonight for sure. Here we go, entering the JCK cage. For the first fight on our main card is Woo Arkan. Can't wait for this one.
A look now at the tail of the tape. We see Urkan is 8 years younger than Hamon.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's JCK MMA Fight Night Waterweight Division. A 3 rounds, 5 minutes mixed martial art contest. We are live in JCK Arena from Shanxi, China. Now, the official are ready. Fighters are in the octagon. Fighter fans, are you ready? For hundreds of attendants, for millions watching all around the world, are you ready? It's time! Introducing first fighter in the blue corner. He stands 184 centimeters tall, weighing 77.3 kilos, age 32. This man is Jiu-Jitsu fighter, holding fully professional record. 32 fights, 12 wins, 8 losses. Fighting out of Amazon, Brazil. Get ready for the blue corner. Edu Grado Rayman. Now, introducing for his opponent, fighter in the red corner. He stands 183 centimeters tall, weighing 77.4 kilos, age 25. This man is wrestler, holding fully professional record. 15 fights, 11 wins, 4 losses. Fighting out of Xinjiang, China. Gets ready for the red corner, the Barry Warrior, Worker Solid Tahari. The referee who charged in this octagon is Mr. Liang Ming. Good luck to all the fighters.
Fighter! Go high back, no long, one top center. Okay, that's class. Back on. George, time. Unit, fight!
Here we go in our welterweight clash. It is Eduardo Hamon in the blue versus Woo Arkan in the red. Cannot wait for this one.
Woo Arkan in the southpaw stance.
This is a guaranteed banger. Guaranteed. Oh, you know, Eduardo, it looked like a pretty decent right hand. I know his key is to get it to the ground as quickly as possible, but let's take a look and see what he has in the striking department.
Hamon scoring first in this fight. Woo Arkan scoring with a kick to the midsection. Both fighters swapping punches. Hamon closes the distance and gets the body lock.
Here it is. Let's see what he can do with it. He doesn't have his hands clasped.
I'm telling you, Woo Arkan is very, very good at wrestling.
Yeah, he's doing a good job controlling that wrist and utilizing the overhook, and now digging his own underhook and reversing position. Oh.
Both fighters separate. Woo Arkan landing a short right hand on the exit.
He's very dangerous with that check right hook.
That massive left high kick of Wurkan is very
Eduardo
dangerous.
landed that right hand. He's got to be careful in those wild exchanges, though, because Wurkan has some serious power.
Fans watching at home, we tend to believe that Wurkan has the advantage on the feet and Hamon is the better submission expert. Getting the fight to the ground, though, might be difficult for Hamon. So far, Hamon's doing well on the feet.
He's actually switched stances and shows the southpaw stance a little bit as well.
That may be because he wants to set up the double leg.
He's also got a good left kick, though. That left leg kick has landed multiple times. Back to orthodox now. How confusing is it for your opponent when you switch stances constantly?
Oh, it's very confusing. There's
okay,
a body
double
line.
underhooks now.
Is Hamon gets the fight to the ground.
Takedown.
This is a well-deserved takedown. Hamon needs to capitalize on this position now. He's got Wurkan on the ground inside his closed guard. What can Hamon do from here?
Well, this is big, you know, because he's a third-degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so obviously he's got some pretty serious grappling chops. From here, I think he's probably going to look to posture up and land some strikes. He's pushing Wurkan's head against the cage, so his head doesn't have anywhere to go when he lands those strikes. I'm curious to see, when the guard is open like this, is he going to try to pass? Okay, Wurkan rather.
With a submission of his own, opening the guard. Hamon quick to shrug it off, transitioning, passing the guard. He's in half guard right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's content to stay there with that far underhook and pepper with some ground and pound. No, he's using the wrist.
It looks like he's trying to set up like a crucifix position. Yeah, so far his top control looks really good. Nice elbow there. I like how he posts off Wurkan's head and drops that elbow. This is a great passing position here, and it looks like he's working for a Kimura. Big explosion from Wurkan, and he's back to his feet and attacking a takedown of his own, and he gets it.
Now Wurkan's on top, a dangerous position still. Do not underestimate Hamon's guard.
Yeah, you know, with a third-degree black belt in BJJ, I'm sure he's got all kinds of sweeps.
17 career submission wins in
it looked
MMA.
Looked like he was going for like a pendulum sweep. He's kicking his hips out. It looked like he's attacking armbar, triangle. He's still attacking that triangle. It's getting close. He's got his shin. He's locking it up.
A bad
he's locking up this triangle.
For Wurkan.
He's gonna hook under the leg and cut the angle. It's getting pretty tight. It's getting pretty tight. This is a miserable position. If you got a guy who's got a good triangle, he's gonna pull the head down.
I'm not really convinced that this is the best way to defend this triangle.
It looked like he's gonna tap there. It looked like he's gonna, yeah, and it's over in the first round.
Wins by triangle choke in the first round.
First round submission for Eduardo Hamon, making a statement. And he's posturing at the camera like he wants that belt. There's no doubt he's gonna climb the welterweight rankings in JCK after that performance. First round submission victory. You know, when you have a BJJ master and you let him get that triangle position, he locks it up.
Here's the replay.
You know, I really like how he held onto his shin the whole time. He underhooked the leg to get a better angle on it. You'll see here, he reaches for that far leg to switch his hips over to get a better angle on the triangle. And at this point, you know, it's just tight and it's getting tighter. He started to pull down on the head and just the blood flow is getting restricted. And, you know, you don't really have much choice but to tap or go to sleep on. He held on there and tried to land a couple punches from within the triangle, but at this point it's a done deal and we see the tap and that was it.
Referee stops the action from the tap.
Dominant. Feather!
接下来宣布比赛结果。本场男子 MMA 综合格斗规则次重量级比赛的最终结果为 来自于巴西的蓝方选手爱德华多拉蒙，第一回合4分14秒，使用腿部三角锁降服获胜。The winner is blue corner, win by triangle choke. Thank you, Edu. Thank you. 接下来比赛精彩继续，马上呢将为大家现场呈现是今天晚上4人新锐赛的最终决战。那本场比赛的冠军或表现优异的选手可直接获得 JCK 战绝城的签约合同，群英突围，坚不可摧。蓝方选手藏哈尔·巴特波拉提来自于权益搏击俱乐部。那么今天晚上4人新锐赛首轮通过一致判定获胜，成功晋级。他的对手张帅来自于黑虎搏击俱乐部，首轮使用手臂十字固降服获胜。那么今天晚上谁将会拿下 JCK 战绝城的签约合同？悬念即将揭晓。
Making his way to the cage now. In the blue corner, who do we got there? It's Zhang Hao Batabolati. He went the distance in his opening round, swapping a lot of kicks and punches, doing a great job, but he took some damage in that first round, in that first opening round as well. He looks cool as a cucumber right now, making his way to the cage. Zhang Hao now has a record, an official record that is, of 1 win and 1 draw after winning the opening round earlier tonight. He fights at Cheney Fight Club, as we know. And remember, folks, these the finals of the one-night tournaments are all 5-minute rounds. The opening round is 3 3-minute rounds. This is 3 5-minute rounds. And elbows are good to go.
Yeah, he looked really good in his opening fight. Just one of the main factors I think we have to consider here is he went 3 hard rounds, and his opponent, Zhang Shuai, got his opponent out of there in the first round.
Well, another thing that's different, Zhang Hao's opponent was a striker, and Zhang, his opponent now, is a grappler. Stylistically, it's a different matchup. We'll see how Zhang Hao responds to the different attacks Zhang Shuai, no doubt, has planned for him in this final.
Yeah, good point, because I think in his first fight, Zhang Hao, I don't think we really saw it hit the mat at all, did we?
We didn't. It was actually him that shot for a takedown, but his opponent, An Yuping, sprawled out on it.
Yeah, that one never hit the mat. Looking forward to this one. Okay, and coming out of the red corner is Zhang Shuai. And he had a phenomenal performance in the first tournament bout, the first bout of the evening for us. He took his opponent out in the first round with a really slick armbar with about 5 seconds left. And, you know, Zhang Shuai was actually my pick to win the tournament. Just based on what I knew about him, I thought his grappling heavy attack would probably see him through to the finals fairly easily. And here he is, you know, he's looking to keep his perfect pro record intact. He's currently 4-0, looking to extend that to 5-0 and to come away with that lucrative JCK contract. It's a big deal for these young fighters to get the opportunity to perform on the biggest stage in China. And if he can make an impression here tonight, it's going to be a really good thing for his career. As we mentioned before, he fights with a really good team, Black Tiger Fight Club in Beijing, and he's a great grappler, so I would expect him to again try to implement his grappling heavy game plan, get this fight to the mat, and see if he can pull off another one of those submissions. What do you think of his armbar in that first fight, Vaughn?
Well, I thought Zhang Shuai fought exceptionally well in that opening round. You know, the way he cut off those angles, faked the level changes, came upstairs with straight punches and hooks. I thought he did everything right. And, you know, I do believe that Zhang Hao is a tougher opponent than the opponent he faced in the opening round. But nonetheless, I'm really looking forward to this finals. I think both these guys have a chance at winning. Looking forward to it. Looking at the tail of the tape again, Zhang Hao enjoys a significant reach advantage.
本场 JCK MMA Final 男子羽量级4人新锐赛的最终决战，栏目选手身高182公分，臂展182厘米，体重66.50公斤，年龄19岁，来自于权益搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩2战1胜1平 ，JCK 战觉城战绩1战1胜，他就是来自于中国的蓝方选手桑哈阿特博拉提。 本场比赛，红方选手身高170公分，臂展175厘米，体重66公斤，年龄28岁，来自于北京黑虎搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩3战全胜 ，JCK 战觉城战绩1战1胜，他就是来自于中国的红方选手张帅。本场比赛场上裁判王悦。
Judge, time, ready, fight!
And here we go in our tournament final. It is Zhang Hao in the blue versus Zhang Shuai in the red.
A similar strategy by Zhang here as he used in the opening round. Faking the level change, cutting off angles, head movement. He's doing everything right. Both fighters have not yet touched each other.
Yeah, he's cutting off the cage right away. Interested to see once he gets him against the cage, is he going to throw bombs? Is he going to level change? Let's see. As you mentioned, unlike the opening round of the tournament, this fight is 5-minute rounds. So that definitely affects the pace of it.
There's a stiff cross from Zhang Hao. Zhang Hao really, you know, he's missing an opportunity by not using his reach more. He's got that jab, he can bang, he can hit people with that jab from so far out.
Yeah, that's what we thought in the first fight as well. Now here's the takedown attempt.
Closing the distance with his fist, gets Zhang Hao to the ground quickly, climbing up the body of Zhang Hao, looking for the mount.
Yeah, you know, it's significant that he got his first takedown attempt. I think the first shot is a very telling moment of the fight. It's like, are you going to get it? Or is the guy going to be able to defend? And I think that, you know, that plays a huge factor in the fight.
Zhang Hao gets up.
Oh, reverses him, but back up to the feet. Big scramble.
A scramble and a big slam.
Wow. That's what we love. We love those high amplitude throws. Check this out.
Look at this, the Von Flue choke.
He's setting up the Von Flue choke. He's got to drive that shoulder into his neck. If he turns over on his left hip a little more, there'll be even more pressure.
Zhang Hao is caught in this Von Flue choke. A little bit of shoulder pressure from Zhang Shuai could force Zhang Hao to tap out here.
Yeah, here it is. It looks on. It looks on. You know, the one thing that might be saving him is he's so skinny that there's just not enough meat there for him to be choked. There's more room because there's not enough mass.
I think you're right. Zhang Shuai abandons that Von Flue choke, pops his head out, and now he's peppering with elbows and short strikes with the forearm.
Yeah, he should not get too anxious here. Just really control the position because he's dominating from this position here. I wonder if he'll look to set up a crucifix position, push that arm down, step over with his knee. Yeah, landing some big shots here, grinding the elbow into the face. That is not comfortable.
In this rookie tournament, Zhang Shuai is definitely not fighting like a rookie. Now he's...
Oh, big mat return.
Zhang Shuai earlier...
Two hooks in. Is he going to be able to wrap up the choke here?
Earlier tonight, Zhang Shuai's MMA record grew to 4-0 with that opening round win. Will it be 5-0 and a JCK contract? It looks likely. Zhang Shuai really putting on a clinic here in this first round.
Yeah, you know, Zhang Hao is doing the right thing, leaning over like that to try to dump Zhang Shuai over top. And it looks like it might be working, but Zhang Shuai is countering by wrapping up the arm in a Kimura grip. He could then transition to an arm bar, which he's doing now. Now, it's a bit of a gamble here because if he loses the arm, Zhang Hao will end up on top.
Less than 90 seconds in this first round.
He's going for it. He's going for it here. Sometimes it can be tough to break the guy's grip if he's got a really strong grip.
Interesting little scramble there.
He's still going for it, and yeah, he loses.
Zhang Hao pops out with an explosive exit. Oh, both fighters disengage and are back to their feet.
I love grappling exchanges like that. Really dynamic scrambles, submission attempts, back and forth action. Great stuff. I wonder how much that took out of them, because you know anyone with grappling experience knows when you have a big burst of energy like that in a scramble, it's exhausting.
The takedown, doing the takedown is more exhausting than getting thrown at 9 times out of 10.
That's true. That is true. It looks like these guys are just kind of coasting and trying to recover a little bit more, and that's understandable.
But you gotta believe that Zhang Shuai's up on the scorecards. Zhang Hao does not seem to sense urgency like he needs to win this round. I think he's down.
Yeah, he most certainly dropped this round. He got essentially dominated in the grappling exchanges, thrown around. Solid.
At the last second, a spinning kick to the guts from Zhang Shuai. An easy win that round for sure, I think. Nobody would argue that Zhang Shuai did not win that first round.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing the highlights of that one. Some big throws, some submission attempts. It was really fun stuff.
Here's the highlights.
Okay, so he wings that right hand and transitions into a takedown attempt, lifting him up with the double here, and gets the takedown against the fence. A scramble ensues, and Zhang Shuai is able to pick up his opponent and hit this big throw.
Then those elbows from the side control.
Big mat return. Boom. High amplitude throws. We love it. Curious to see what these fighters look like coming up for round 2. How are their gas tanks going to be?
Ready, fight!
Round 2 between Zhang Hao in the blue and Zhang Shuai in the red.
Zhang Shuai continues with his strategy. Head movement, level change, fakes. If it ain't broke, don't change it.
Yeah, he seems to have success there. You know, bobbing and weaving, cutting off the cage and pressuring it.
Another spin kick attempt by Zhang. There's an answer from Zhang Hao.
Gotta love it. That landed pretty well too. You can tell Zhang Shuai wants to get him up against the cage to land those big shots and shoot another takedown. He's been very successful with his wrestling attacks so far, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him change levels and attempt another shot here soon. Both guys a little more hesitant to engage, really engage, in this first minute of the second round. Here we go.
Zhang Shuai with a flurry of punches. Zhang Hao on the backup.
A little less action in this second round so far. Really anyone's round. Still on the table, still up for grabs. Let's see which of these two gentlemen can impose their will and get ahead on the judges' scorecards in our second round here. Ooh, nice right hand. Sniped him with that one. Very accurate striking from Zhang Hao.
2 minutes into this second round. No takedown attempts from Jiang Shuai yet.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that, honestly, because he got takedown so easily in the first round.
He did so well on the ground in that he almost got the submission. Those elbows and forearm strikes too.
Yeah, you'd think he'd be, I mean, if I were him, I'd probably want to be shooting. Because, you know, he seemed to dominate the grappling exchanges, so why not go back to that? Maybe he tired himself out in that first round, you know, with those big throws, those mat returns. It takes a lot of energy to pick your opponent up in the air and slam him down. It looks good for the fans, it looks good for the judges. Of course, we all love it, but it requires a lot of energy. You know, if he's not careful, Jiang Shuai could potentially let this round slip away.
I'm saying the lead in this round goes to who? Does it really go to Jiang Shuai? Is he convinced that he's winning this round? I'm not too sure about that.
I think he's getting outstruck on the feet. You know, oh, he timed that knee very well, but you know, Jiang Shuai is able to tie up here, get those underhooks. Back to his feet though is Zhang Hao.
Zhang Hao able to fight off that takedown so far. Hard knees to the inside of the thigh now from Jiang Shuai.
He timed that knee very well. Jiang Shuai is lucky. Oh, nice arm throw. But was not able to establish control there.
The fighters disengage. They're back to the center of the cage. A frustrating moment for Jiang Shuai. The takedown success he had in the first round, he has not yet seen here in the second round.
Yeah, it just wasn't there. And on the feet, he's struggling to find his range and getting outpointed at this like more kicking range that Zhang Hao is able to keep him at.
Final 45 seconds of round two.
You know, with this round going as it has, we could be looking at a 1-1 fight going into the third.
Still 30 seconds left in this round, but on my scorecard, it's 1-1.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Zhang Hao has landed the better strikes this round and was able to defend all takedown attempts.
Definitely the dominance in the first round exceeds Jiang Hao's dominance in the second round, but each round is scored separately, so it's one round apiece in my book. There's a blast, double leg.
Unfortunately, the timing is not very good as our second round comes to a close. I've been enjoying watching the corner of Zhang Hao. Very animated, very intense. Around for him, you know.
Here's the replays. There's that beautiful spinning heel kick to the ear.
Yeah, you know, I think we saw here that Zhang Hao was able to land the better strikes. He was able to keep him at his preferred range. And up against the cage here, he was able to defend all of those takedown attempts. He hit the mat briefly there on that arm spin. And then he did get doubled and put to his back at the end of the round there. But, you know, I'd still probably lean towards Zhang Hao in the second round. It could be 1-1 going into the third. This is a big round. Okay, all set for our third round of action between Zhang Hao in the blue and Jiang Shuai in the red, and he shoots right away.
That's what Jiang Shuai ought to do. Yeah. Get this fight to the ground as fast as he can, keep it there, and do what you did in the first round.
Yeah, he was able to complete that one. He's got him against the fence. Now this is the battle here. Zhang Hao is back to his feet for a moment and right back down, and this time right into side control. in open mat space. This is a bad spot.
Jang Swai kept that body lock tight for a few seconds as well. Now he's got the underhook on the far side, top pressure, and some shoulder strikes from this position.
You know, that was a really smart adjustment. I think he saw in the second round that on the feet he was probably getting outpointed, and it's so obvious that he has the grappling advantage, so why not take it to where you are at your best and where you have the advantage.
Jang Hao spinning out the far side. He's getting back to his feet. Will Jang Swai allow it though?
I wonder if he's thinking about another big mat return here. It's honestly, it might not be worth it at this point to try to pick him up and slam him. It just takes so much energy.
Knees and hard heel stomps to the top of the foot. Zhang Hao looking to his corner for instructions.
What does Zhang Hao need to do to break the grip here, Vaughn?
What I think he needs to do is he needs to get his hips lower. That's hard because he's so tall. But he needs to get his hips lower and try to separate his butt from the stomach of Jang Swai.
Yeah, Jang Swai is doing a good job just kind of keeping him here, but what he really wants to do is break him down and get him back to the mat. He's thinking about trying to drag him down, but
there's a good knee to the ribs.
It requires a lot of energy here.
Honestly, those ankles, the ankle stomps to the top of the foot, they look painful.
Yes, they do. Can't feel nice. There he goes. He's able to break his opponent down now. Now he's got to get hooks in. Zhang Hao is back up to his feet. Jang Swai is relentless with that body lock though, and he's able to spin him down to the mat.
Right to side control.
Claim side control once more. You know, here,
but be careful because Jang Hao is the underhook on that far side. He can bridge out of this.
Yeah, so when your opponent has the underhook, you got to try to dig the underhook back or really position your weight closer to their hips to kind of kill that underhook. Zhang Hao is turtling very well and doing a good job getting back to his feet from these positions.
Reaching now the halfway mark in this third round. Another takedown.
Him back to the mat with the same takedown. Nice. Every time though, Zhang Hao is able to turtle up and then, you know, get back to his feet.
For a tall, lanky guy, he's really squirrely.
Yeah. Zhang Swai is relentless with his body lock though. His grip has not been broken once. And what is this, like 4 takedowns now?
The stamina of Jang Swai is definitely impressive.
Okay, he breaks him down a little better here. It looked like he was attacking.
Full mount.
Is he going to go for that armbar?
And Jang Hao is out again. And he answers with some stiff punches.
Now they're back on their feet, and this is Zhang Hao's moment. He has to go for broke and land some big shots here because he could be down on the judges' scorecard.
It is a very close fight. If the judges see it like I do, it's 1 round apiece. It all comes down to this final round.
And in this final round so far, Jang Swai had like 5 takedowns. So Zhang Hao has got to pour it on in the last minute and a half and try to make something happen on the feet. He's got to rock him. He's got to land some big strikes. He's got to show the judges that, you know, he's the more dangerous guy at this point. But Jang Swai.
Another blast double gets Jang Hao to the ground again.
Good strategy.
Fans of JCK will know that the judges here do favor ground control highly. They do score highly for ground control.
Well, it makes sense. You know, you're putting the fight where you want it to go. It's dominant. You know, I think he could probably just stay on top, land these shots, and win the fight, but I'd also like to see him go for the finish. And it looks like that's what he's trying to do. He passed the guard again.
The guard, that's right. Again with that gut wrench.
But again, every time he's able to secure a more dominant position, Zhang Hao does a really good job of just like turtling up to his knees and then building his base back up to his feet. Zhang Hao was grimacing there. I wonder if that knee caught him a little low.
It looked like it might have hit the groin, but the fight continues. There's a knee from Zhang Hao.
And almost another takedown with that inner reap there. Goes for the body lock takedown again. A few seconds left. And time. Great fight.
Fantastic fight. Smiles on the face of Jang Swai. We'll go to the judges' scorecard and see who won. Andrew, who do you got?
29-28, Jang Swai.
I think I agree with you. Let's see if the judges have it the same way.
Rounds 1 and 3 were pretty clearly his. He was able to take him down almost at will. I mean, how many takedowns did he score in that third round? Like 6 takedowns? Zhang Har kept getting back to his feet, but he kept getting taken down again. I think that was really the story of the fight, you know, the superior grappling.
Here's a clip from the first round.
Yeah, you know, goes to lift him up, gets that, scoops up that double. Here he's landing some good elbows.
Extremely dominant first round for Zhang Shuai.
Whoa, takes him for a ride with a big mat return here.
That's in the second round, right?
Yeah.
Second round, that beautiful spinning heel kick to the ear.
Zhang Har definitely had the better striking, but he never really hurt Zhang Shuai. Like, he did land some decent shots, but I think Zhang Shuai's grappling attack was overwhelming and will probably result in him winning the decision, I believe. That third round, he had, you know, multiple takedowns, relentless with his wrestling attack. And that was the story of the fight. Great performance, though, from both guys. Honestly, I'd love to see both of them back in JCK. Shoots a double and brings him across the whole cage.
接下来宣布比赛结果：1号裁判29比28 ，Judge number 1 29 to 28；2号裁判30比27 ，Judge number 2 32 27；3号裁判29比28 ，Judge number 3 29 to 28。本场比赛3位裁判一致判定红方胜。The winner by unanimous decision, win by point, presenting China, the red corner, 张帅。
好，张帅，鏖战了3个回合啊，能不能告诉我们你现在的感受？
非常激动，非常高兴，因为我拿到了 JCK 的合同，非常的激动。
恭喜张帅。那么刚才我看到一个小朋友啊，他是谁呀？
那我的儿子，我没有想到他们来，我真的没有想到，他们给了我很大的惊喜，我也很长时间没有见到他们。
那么能不能评价一下你的对手藏哈尔？
我的前2个对手都非常的优秀，能在 JCK 的8角笼里战斗的都是非常非常好的勇士。然后我也感谢 JCK 这个非常大的平台，我相信在不久 JCK 不只是往 UFC 输送人才的大舞台，还是所有 MMA 全世界 MMA 运动员的梦寐以求的舞台。我相信 JCK 一定会的。
感谢张帅，再次的恭喜张帅拿到本次的 JCK 战胜合同，感谢。
感谢张帅，谢谢。接下来的时间，将为大家现场呈现是今天晚上的联合主赛女子53公斤级的协议体重之战，严阵以待，气势如虹。蓝方选手金刚芭比黄飞儿，来自于青岛新疆国际搏击俱乐部。他曾经获得国内赛事金腰带，技术非常全面。他的对手魔王刘晓妮来自于陕西搏击王俱乐部，在上一场比赛通过一致判定战胜对手，展现不俗实力。巾帼对抗即刻上演。
我是刘晓妮，来自陕西搏击王俱乐部。因为最近一直在比赛，然后各方面的状态都挺好的，然后也加强了自己的不足。
刘晓妮是一个站立系的打击高手，她的攻击力是非常的可怕。
KO 对手的那一拳不一定就是你最重的那一拳，有时候它就是一个契机。所以我赛场上打的每一拳都不是奔着去 KO 对手，我就是奔着就是我要打中你，就是冲着这个点儿去的。
我叫黄飞儿，来自青岛新疆搏击俱乐部。我觉得小妮在这1年的变化还是蛮大的。 很明显能够看到他在摔柔上面的进步。当然，摔柔也是我的强项。我觉得我跟他的优势比起来的话，可能在身体能力上面我更占据优势了。
青出于蓝胜于蓝，他全面，我比他更全面，他有的我都有。
我希望呢，就是我和他的这场比赛能够打得非常精彩，然后给观众朋友们一个漂亮的一场比赛。
我一直很期待跟他能有一场对决，这次终于实现了。
Now it's time for the co-main event of the evening. Racing on to the stage from the blue corner, it's King Kong Barbie,黄飞儿, hailing from the province of Sichuan. She now lives in Pattaya, Thailand, and trains at the Sunkin International Fight Club. This 29-year-old has a professional record of 13 wins and 8 losses.黄飞儿is a Wulingbang strawweight belt winner. Professionally, Huang has won 7 by submission and 6 by KO. She's never won by decision in pro MMA, but has 3 amateur decision wins and 1 amateur decision loss. In fact, in all 21 of her pro fights, only 1 has gone the distance. Feir sits at 13-8, as I mentioned, as a pro, and 3-1 as an amateur. Fight geeks, confused about the stats? Go check Feir's other online profile under the name Huang Mei. Ha! How many fight geeks knew she fights under 2 different names? Huang spent time at the UFC PI in Shanghai, but has returned to Sunkin with featherweight champ Wang Jijung and stars such as tonight's main eventer Liu Xiaoyu, as well as fan favorite Tai Shongshong, who should be in her corner tonight.
Yeah, you know, Huang Feir is actually somewhat of a celebrity. She actually took part recently in a Chinese TV show called 我可以, which is just like they get a bunch of athletes together and put them through different challenges and games, and she was a star on the show. Pretty cool.
This is a catchweight bout.
Here we go. In the red corner, it is Liu Xiaoni, half of our co-main event, I should say, this evening. She is 25 years old. And, you know, as Vaughn mentioned, this is a catchweight fight. And for her, you might say, well, I mean, she has competed previously as low as 50 kilos, so could she possibly be undersized in this matchup? Maybe. However, in recent years, she has put the work in. You know, she started out as more of a striker, but has really made strides in rounding out her overall MMA game. We've seen her become a very competent wrestler and jiu-jitsu fighter as well. And in recent years, she has fought a ton. Man, I think she has over 20 pro fights now. And she's been fighting all over against all kinds of different competition. And what that does to you as a fighter is it gives you experience and wisdom. And it improves your technique. It improves you as a fighter. So I think what we are seeing now is the evolution of Liu Xiaoni. A couple years ago, I don't think this matchup would have gone very well for her. But now, you know, I think she stands a really good chance. She has struggled in the past before with opponents that could take her down and keep her on the mat. And, you know, unfortunately, this is where Huang Feir is very strong. But like I said, Liu Xiaoni has been making a lot of improvements in the grappling game. So we'll see what she's got tonight. Vaughn, what's your take on all this?
Well, I think that I agree with you. I think that on the feet, we're going to see, we may even see Liu Xiaoni get the takedown. She's got takedowns and she's strong on the top, but on the bottom, man, she gets into a lot of trouble. We'll find out soon. Here's a look at the tail of the tape. We can see a slight reach advantage favors Feir.
本场 JCK MMA Fight Night 女子53公斤级的协议体重之战，同样也是我们今天晚上的联合主赛。 蓝方选手身高166公分，臂展166厘米，体重52.80公斤，年龄29岁，来自于青岛新疆国际搏击俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩17战12胜5负。那么今天晚上上的 JCK 战绝城的首秀，他就是来自于中国的蓝方选手金刚芭比黄飞儿。本场比赛，红方选手身高160公分，臂展160厘米，体重52.40公斤，年龄25岁，来自于陕西搏击王俱乐部 ，MMA 综合格斗战绩18战14胜4负 ，JCK 战绝城战绩1战1胜。他就是来自于中国的红方选手魔王刘晓妮。本场比赛场上裁判王金刚。
Better. Watch the back hand. Watch your finger. Okay? Touch. Back. Good luck. Judge. Time. Ready? Fight!
Okay, it is time for our co-main event. In the blue, we have Huang Fei'er facing off against Liu Xiaoni in the red.
You can see the size difference. Huang Fe'er obviously has a bigger frame than Liu Xiaoni.
Yeah, well, she's competed as high as featherweight previously. Is that right?
Oh, that's a test of my fighter knowledge. I know she fights at flyweight.
Oh, flyweight, yeah.
And Liu Xiaoni easily makes strawweight.
Yeah, I mean, the size difference is apparent right away. That's for sure. But you know, Liu Xiaoni's got some power in those hands. So we'll see.
Xiaoni throwing some leather. This is the part of the fight where she needs to be most careful inside the clinch, because if Fe'er gets this fight to the ground, especially if she lands on top, I really worry Liu Xiaoni is going to struggle to get out from the bottom. We saw that in her fight with Liu Jie. She did extremely well in rounds 1 and 2 with the striking exchanges, and she got some great takedowns in that fight as well. She's fine if she's on the top, but man, if she gets pinned under the side control or full closed guard, she's really in trouble.
Oh, stiff jabs
from Liu Xiaoni.
Now you heard that one. Yeah, she's got great hands, actually.
Small but extremely powerful.
She's not that small. Look at those quads.
She's been training under the godfather of Chinese MMA, Zhao Shuijun, at the Xi'an Sports University for 6 years, since she was 19 years old.
That jab has busted up Huang Fe'er's face a little bit. Look, she's got some redness on her face. You got a stiff jab, does Liu Xiaoni.
Although Fe'er does take her training very seriously, she's a full-time fighter, and she is training all the time. I just think that Liu Xiaoni is she's more active. She's always fighting. She trains hard.
What's going on?
The doctor has been called.
Oh, is there a cut? Oh, he's bleeding pretty bad. Oh, that came out of nowhere. Where did that come from?
Was a kick, I believe.
The good thing is it's not really in an area that's going to impair her vision. It's like on the side of her head, and the blood seems to be running down the side of her head. A lot of times when you see the doctor stop a fight because of a cut, it's because it's going to impair the vision of the fighter. It's right on the top of her head.
But remember, head wounds bleed a lot. So even if the cut is small, look at all the blood all over her chest and arm as well. Now it's dripping down to her stomach as well.
Yep. Yeah, as you say, head wounds bleed quite profusely. Exercising that vocabulary. I mean, we haven't seen the nature of the cut itself, but I would be surprised if they stopped it because of this. Usually a cut in that area is not really a serious danger.
Remember, every referee has his own personality. Wang Jigang, the referee for this match, I believe is not one to stop the fight. Oh, it's an elbow.
Oh, we missed that at the time that it happened, eh? kind of like a caught her with an elbow as she was coming in.
All that time in Thailand has paid off for Fair.
I guess so. Here we go, getting reset for our action. Round 1. How does that play into the mind of the fighter psychologically when you get cut like that? You see your own blood dripping down your chest. How does that play into it?
Well, I think the most important thing is that superficial damage. Huang Fei scores a big win there, but also, you know, if the blood is not dripping into your eye, I think look at Fei, just all elbows in this fight.
Oh yeah, and you know what? It's bothering her now too. I think that flurry of strikes there. What's going on here? What's going on? Okay, kind of an awkward pause in the action here. I mean, if the fighter stops like that...
It's another cut on a different part of her forehead. This is a frustrating situation for Liu Xiaoni. Beautifully played by Huang Fei. Huang Fei seems to be a little bit upset. She's crying that she's caused so much damage to Liu Xiaoni. Here's a...
The fight's over. The referee waved the fight off. It's over. That's a TKO win for Huang Fei. She's crying. Well, that just goes to show, you know, she didn't really want to have to do that to her opponent. She's got a good heart. They're friends, and she cares about her opponent. You can see she's visibly upset that she caused that damage.
Well, elbows are not part of the game in Sanda, the sport which Liu Xiaoni specializes in. After this experience, though, we can assume that she'll become an expert in elbows.
I suppose so.
Huang Fei wins in dramatic fashion with vicious elbows.
Sliced and diced her. Cut her open twice. I mean, that's just the nature of the sport. I mean, kill or be killed. She would do the same thing to you, so I wouldn't feel too bad about it, would you?
Not at all. I think the problem with Fei is that she's friends with Liu Xiaoni, and she's just sad that her friend has big cuts on her face now.
Wow, it's superficial damage, as you say. She'll heal up, and we'll live to fight another day. Probably better to take a cut like that than a big knockout.
下面宣布比赛结果：本场女子53公斤级协议体重之战的最终结果为，由于红方选手魔王刘晓妮在医护监督检查之后无法继续进行比赛，本场比赛的获胜方是蓝方选手黄飞儿。